Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Wednesday, March 2nd, 3:26 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. A little later than usual this morning, but well, this afternoon actually, but we're getting it out. And tomorrow will probably be in the afternoon also, unless I can get one out really early in the morning. But anyway, here we are, Bitcoin truth seekers. Wednesday, March 2nd, 3:26 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. Where do we even start? Let's look at the world. It's going to be fun. Okay, so bitcoinreview.com got more for you there. Check this out. Russians are paying up to 20,000 above market rate to buy Bitcoin. Sanctions bite leading to collapse of the ruble. Data suggests Russians are turning to Bitcoin to protect themselves from the fallout. I've kind of been wondering about this. And if we read through here, it's a little bit hard to truly glean the absolute truth from this. But where was that one line here? Let me find it. I'll try to highlight it for you. Where was it? I won't look too long. Where was it? Crap. Sorry, I can't find it in this thing. It's here somewhere. But it was talking about where the person from the exchange. Yeah, here we go. The BTC ruble pair has seen the highest trading volume since last May. Clara Madley, head of KuCoin research, said Hervania, whatever that is, Hervania, and ruble Bitcoin trading pairs have seen increased activity magnitudes greater than BTC USD. So what is Hervania, if anybody knows? I don't know what it is. Let's just take one brief second here. And what is Hervania? Okay, it's a currency. But whose currency? Ukrainian. You know, I kind of had that feeling, but I wanted to be sure. So Ukrainian currency, and then the Russian ruble, massive trading volume again with BTC. And I can't tell you if this is everywhere. And like I say, I'm not exactly sure I trust the efficacy of this article looking at it, but still, it's worth just noting, Russians are paying up to $20,000 above market rate to buy Bitcoin. That must be for Bitcoin, right? Well, anyway, this is wild. It does come from a tweet from DeFi Prime here. And let's actually click on that. And let's just see what kind of, okay, it's got some traction here. Yes, because unregulated exchanges never lie about volume or buys. Anyway, sorry guys, I don't want to belabor this. I just kind of like that born to shill Full Metal Peppy. Anyway, guys, anyway, for what it's worth, this could be true. We'll see, but let's just, what it's worth. And why I think this may have a value, why there could be some efficacy to that, at least, a high premium or at least Russian volume. And if you know how to see that volume per country, I guess you could look at per trading pair, huh? Okay, I'll work on that and try to get that out either later today or tomorrow. I'd like to actually break it down if we could see the actual trading volume per ruble and the Ukrainian currency and then BTC. I mean, versus USD. Interesting to see. Let's take a look at that. I'll find some hooks into that data. If you know, please comment. World's biggest crypto exchange, Binance, says it will not block all Russian accounts despite Ukraine request, which is really, let's face it, that's more of an EU request. That's more of a NATO request. That's really an American request. So I like this because, maybe you don't like the Ruskies, maybe you don't like Putin. It doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of this hurts the Russian people and also ultimately, I would say the Ukrainian people too, because you've got lots of cross-border citizenship at this time. There's plenty of Russians in Ukraine and plenty of Ukrainians in Russia. So we kind of got stuck on either side when this starts. So really, you're just hurting people if they can't make their money fiat. So this is a good thing. I mean, if you want to go after people who actually are in some way responsible, who are real architects of this game, then fine. But you probably can't touch them. Okay, I wanted to mention this little meme, and it really is true. Medals are made from the tombstones of others, and it's weird, but being a veteran myself, This kind of was very touching because it's true, and this is the reality of it. That's really it. It sums it up very well. And then as far as whose account should you really be uh, seizing, I would say maybe this guy. This is actually in his true form. If you know who this is, if not, you just need to get out more. This is a character we all know and love, and someone actually got the light was just right, and they got his true demonic essence. Like he wasn't putting forth his fake human force field enough, and well, boom, this is what he really looks like. And I actually prefer the true view to the fake one that is projected. And so, like, I'm glad Binance is not freezing people's accounts because they didn't do anything. This guy did, and others like him, and you ain't freezing their accounts. Anyway, I think something super important right now is to, and we will look at Bitcoin and such very, very quickly. I just wanted to go over this, and I will put this in the live chat right now. I'll put a link to this one. I'm also going to put a link to this one. As a Bitcoin truth seeker, as a trader, one of the most incredibly important things to know is truth. And one of the things I like about being a trader is that you kind of deal in truth. That's what's important. Oh, I put the same one in twice. Sorry about that. We want this one. Oh, BK. Oh, sorry. I think I put there we go. This is the first one. I think one of the important things that helps helps traders make money. One of the things I like about being a trader is that traders deal in truth. And it's kind of like the way historians see the past. They just see it as it was. They're not so much caught up in the now. And when you start to see the now as an historian, it actually has a lot of value. It helps you see it more clearly. You stop seeing things as a presentarian from a certain point of view. You tend to see what is. You are really a Bitcoin truth seeker. All traders have a desire for the truth, I think. And with that said, right now with what's going on in the world, to be effective, the more you can understand the Ukrainian-Russia crisis that's going on, it really helps to understand the history of NATO and the Warsaw Pact, and also 2014. These things are essential. If you don't care, that's fine. But I do believe this will make you a wiser person if you don't know this already. And it will make you a better trader if you review it or if you learn it anew. This has got everything to do with the conflict right now, and there's no way I believe that anyone can view this conflict and have the slightest clue of what's going on, other than like an MSM-derived presentarian opinion, without knowing, first of all, the Warsaw Pact, why it was created, NATO, why it was created, and then 2014, what happened. Now, check it out. This is a video. This is actually a why was NATO created? It's a U.S. Army documentary made in 1958. This thing is glorious. It is a little bit, of course, Western bias. I mean, it most certainly is Western bias you're going to see here, but really, it is 100% accurate. They did an incredible job of why was the Warsaw Pact created, why was NATO created, and the conflicts that followed. Many people don't know that when West Germany became part of NATO, that was a big deal. That could have been World War III right there. So now we have to go into, I'm going to skip a lot of stuff that happened. It's really important, but we got to move fast. I don't want to hold you up. The 2014 American coup in Ukraine. I don't care what your political bias is. We're looking for what helps us make money, and that's knowing the truth, okay? Here was Secretary of State, Mr. What's that guy's name? I'll remember. Anyway, such a nothing, I can't remember what his name was. He was Secretary of State, I believe, at the time. This is Victoria Nuland, the person who was famous for saying F the EU because she wasn't getting what she wanted. And that is little Miss Psaki back there. She's always been hanging around. She was the assistant to John Kerry, this guy, at the time. And a lot of these architects of 2014 are back. And you might want to know that. Check this lady out if you want. Anyway, with that said, I'm only mentioning that because if you're a trader, the more truth you know, the more of a truth seeker you are, the better you can trade because you understand world events, and that helps you trade based on knowing truth, right? So thank you. My outrage has been updated. Don't be this person. be the Bitcoin true seeker, because ultimately this is the outcome of all of this. And these monsters don't care. So you care and help the crypto revolution, because I do believe Bitcoin, every Satoshi you own, helps to stop this. It takes the power away from ancient evil demonic forces like this guy. So with that said, let's rock it. Okay. Enough history lesson for the day. Bitcoin coming in at 44,000 right now. That's wonderful. A mix of green and red in the market. We do have some winners for sure right now. Phantom doing well, up 9%. Juno up 12%. Let's see who else is doing well. Angkor Protocol, ANC, doing quite well. And Convex Finance, CVX, is doing well. And who else was doing well? Cosmos doing well. Osmosis, whatever that is, Osmo, doing well. Anyway, so we have some cryptos definitely doing really, really well. A little bit of turbulence in the market right now, a little bit of crazy news, etc. And so we're not quite seeing the pump I think we were yesterday, but things in general are either going sideways or they're continuing up. I like what I'm seeing. And one of the things that I will say that I think is, I'm going to skip that. I was going to get into some more news, but just no, we'll be here forever. And you guys are here to see about Bitcoin and the market and stuff. So anyway, looking at world indices, we're seeing a bit more green than red right now. I like seeing that. But let's zero in on the ones that we really care about, because you're probably in the US if you're listening to this, or if not, these markets matter to you. So here's a huge one to watch right now. And this is why it's important to know the truth. Okay. US wheat futures. Look at that. This is looking at the 30-day chart. Look at that. We were down about like 849 a bushel. Now we're up at 1,059, up basically 7.7%. Yeah, up $75 a bushel. This is, that would be looking at daily candle, right? I think so on this. Anyway, does that change? Anyway, guys, sorry, don't mean to get confused sometimes, but it does happen. Anyway, just noting this, this is a big deal. Wheat futures, this is just 1 month. There we go. Let me see that. There we go. Boom, boom. Okay, that doesn't show. That must be today's daily candle. Then up $75, 7.67%. I think so. Anyway, look at the wheat futures. We can zoom out a little bit and start looking at that. Look at those wheat futures, and why. And one of the reasons I wanted to mention this is that food coming from Ukraine, food coming from Russia. Oh, and break my heart, Russian ammo is going to get really expensive if you can get it at all. Whew, that's sad. So I actually mean that not sarcastically. It really sucks if you're a person who likes shooting. Russian ammo is pretty rocking. Anyway, so note this. I don't have it ready yet. I don't want to do a search for it right now. But David Devine, Adapt 2030. It's a great channel. So go to Adapt 2030 on YouTube and look him up. Get into what's going on. Also, Ice Age Farmer. Just search that in YouTube. Ice Age Farmer. Those two will keep you up to date on really how this conflict is affecting food. Because I do not think people understand that when you're sanctioning some of the regions, parts of this world where a lot of food comes from, it's kind of like sanctioning your own supermarket. I'm not going there anymore. Well, other people will go there. You won't. You don't have food. So this is big deal. Also, hey, wheat futures might be something to hedge into. Just saying, not financial advice, but these numbers are freaking unprecedented. If you know this market, this is nuts. Okay, so with that said, beware and check out Adapt 2030 and Ice Age Farmer on YouTube. Keep up to date. Watch their latest videos on how this is affecting food. It's going to blow your damn mind. It'll screw you up. Make sure you've got some vodka or wine, whiskey sour, maybe a martini, something when you watch that, because it will screw your life up. Okay. This is not going to end well food wise. We're talking famine level stuff here. So know what's going on. Look at these wheat futures. The world's going to change really fast if this conflict is not resolved really fast. Okay. So with that said, big indices, the S&P 500 up 1.86% today. NASDAQ Yeah, sorry. S&P 500 1.86, Nasdaq 1.62, Dow Jones 1.79. I don't know what the US 30 and US 500 are, but US 30 is up 1.6%, US 500 up 1.66%. So dig that. I like what I'm seeing. Markets are kind of moving up. This is a good thing. Bitcoin's kind of moving up, holding sideways. Wheat futures, other grain futures going off the rails. Adapt 2030 and Ice Age Farmer. Check them out. Watch their videos. Save your life and your family's life and people you care about. This is going to get real fast. Okay, with that said, we are coming in at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly. 4.6 billion. And you're right. Let's see. Russian ammo was banned before this already. It was banned, but you could still get it. You could still get it. It's just that, well, you could get it. You could still get it. I've said enough. Anyway, 4.6 billion last 24 hours. Okay, in Bitcoin trading volume. That's wonderful. We're above 3 billion. This is really strong. I like what's happening. It's midweek. Let's see if we can keep it. Crap, if we can keep above 4 billion. 5 billion as we go into the weekend. Oh my goodness, who knows what's going to happen? This is great Bitcoin trading volume. I'll take it. I love seeing this nice volume on the big exchanges. Good to go. Also, that's enough. It's enough. Got to keep this quick. All right, looking at Bitcoin trading volume over here at cryptometer.io. Here we've got 4.6 billion over at Bitcoin trading volume. I think it's the most accurate, but Cryptometer.io is a little bit more optimistic. It says 5.7 billion. Volume change last 24 hours is down 5.63%. Market buy orders down 3.5%. Market sell orders up 6%. That's over the last 24 hours. So there you go. You can see things. We had a pump. We're beginning to get kind of sideways. You know what I mean? All right. Now, looking at spot trading pairs on Binance and Coinbase and the big exchanges in general, we're losing that massive pump as far as Von that we had yesterday. Binance still weirdly low at 18.4 billion, down 19%. Coinbase, it is above 3 billion. I like seeing that. 3.4 billion. I dig it. FTX rocking 2.4 billion. That's wonderful. Cracking 1.1 billion. KuCoin, love that exchange. 2.1 billion. Even Hohobi coming in at 1.7 billion, 1.8 billion, really, if you round it up. Gate.io almost breaking 2 billion at 1.9. Call it 2 billion. Gate.io, you got 2 billion today. We're going to give it that. We're going to give it to you. All right. Crypto.com exchange recently really rocking 2.2 billion. So we got a beautiful amount of volume rocking across the big exchanges. I like what I'm seeing. It's a glorious thing, even though overall volume is now chilling a bit. Okay, so derivatives. 61 billion, down 18% last 24 hours on Binance. Good enough. Above 50 will do. 75 is better, but crap, above 50, 60 billion, you're doing really well. We got volume. It's just not super massive, but it's good enough, especially Bitcoin trading volume explicitly is looking okay, high enough. Good volume. Good volume. We're looking good. This is the chart I'm going to be watching, okay? Up top here, oil. All right. Oil coming in at 111, a very spiritual number. It's a sign. Okay. 1.11. So $111 a barrel today. As we can see, this is not a shitcoin pumping. This is oil. And it's pumping oil. I should actually make it a show title. Oil pumping like a shitcoin. Okay. It is. All right. Now, looking at the Russian ruble against the dollar. Okay. Boom. Dumping hard. As we know, but look at that. These daily candles. This will be the 2nd of March. Here's the 3rd of March. We're beginning to see. I think it may have found bottom. I mean, look. Russia's not going away. Okay, and neither is the ruble. So check that out. Interesting stuff. So anyway, let's see when this turns around. I think these charts may end up be like almost mirrors of each other. I bet you as the ruble turns up versus USD, oil will start dropping. So anyway, I like both these anyway. Ruble starting to show a little bit of bounce potential. I like seeing that. Gold on top, red candle today. Silver on the bottom, red candle today. So gold and silver kind of holding sideways, not really dumping, but they've lost that burst of momentum that they had when the conflict first started. All right, looking at longs versus shorts. On Binance, 50% long, 49% short. For Bitcoin, for Ethereum, 57% long, 42% short. Now, somebody told me he's a much, much better trader, a self-made man, definitely, over in the blockchain education group. When you have the longs, and also it's been mentioned over in the Trade Genius group too. So actually, some serious, seriously knowledgeable, profitable traders have mentioned that they liked it when the longs and shorts are kind of 50-50. That's when you have more potential of upside. Looking at longs versus shorts, buys and sells here with the bears and the bulls, the whale bulls, the whale bears. They're definitely automated trading. You can see it happening, but definitely I'm seeing some hand trading here. We see a lot of wrecks, a lot for both longs and shorts, a lot of turbulence today. Definitely had some huge volume spikes and huge sell spikes like here that just totally wrecked a lot of longs and shorts. So definitely it is a volatile market. The bears are not safe today. Neither are the bulls at the whale level. They're after each other. All right. Now, looking at the daily chart, but before we do that, the fib sequence that we're looking at, this is a 4-hour chart here. We're going way back to like 19th of July of 2021, and we can see this beautiful pattern that we've got here. Bitcoin has returned to the 618 golden pocket. We can see it's had prominence before. This is definitely a place if we can stay above. It is a totally logical bounce spot. We're above the 200 moving average. We're above the 314 moving average. You can see by the actually, let me just actually look at something real quick here. I think may make this. It's going to bring it home. Okay. Look at the last time we had a blue diamond merit badge, meaning we broke the 200 and the 314 moving average within like 2 candles here on the 4-hour chart. Okay. Boom. What happened? Bam. And now it's a balance basically out of the 618 pocket. Okay. And look what happened here. We just had a blue diamond merit badge, a little different. It is true, but we're in a 618 pocket. This is so just beware. We could have this happen again. Boom. It's setting up the right way. Okay. So slightly different chart going on here. This one happened when Bitcoin been sideways a bit. But then again, I tell you where you can see the explosions in price actions is when you have a long downtrend followed by a blue diamond merit badge, as you see here, because you broke the 200 and the 314 moving average very, very quickly. We're in the 618 pocket. It is a place to bounce. So with that said, let's move on. Okay. Now, going back here. Yeah. Anyway, let me just do it like this. No, I like seeing all that stuff. All right. Daily chart. As you can see, green candle. This is the first. This is the second. Yes, right now we had a green candle yesterday and the day before. Today we're on a red candle. We're kind of sideways, but not a big deal really, because we are rocking this beautiful positive MACD cross on the daily. This is a powerful thing. So I think we definitely have some bullish momentum because of that. We did break the 50 moving average and the 20 WMA. Now we're challenging that 314. If we could get a break above the 314, the 200 on the daily, that would be Lambo land. But as soon as we get above, basically when we reclaim like 50,000 or like 49,200, that's when we're above that daily 200 moving average. And especially with that positive MACD, it's going to be moon time. It really is. So all my stuff went away here. Come back. Sorry about that. Anyway, you guys know what it looked like. I'm not sure why I think I was too eager in my clicking here. Don't hide anything. Oh, crap. Anyway, that's doing it live. See, I screwed my chart up. Anyway, you guys know what it looked like. We're in the 618 pocket, blue diamond merit badge, 4-hour chart. We're in a powerful moment. Okay. Now checking this out. If my chart was still there, which if my stuff was still there, which it ain't, you would see that the 618 golden pocket's right about like this. So we're riding in that. On the 45-minute chart, indicators look good. We've been cooling off some, going sideways. It's good to go. Indicators actually look like we're kind of hitting turn up time here. The directional index is green. ADX is in the right spot. Squeeze indicator showing, downwards momentum a bit. Binary candles are showing upwards momentum. So let's see how it goes. KRI is in the green. Stochastic RSI rolling up, and so is Weighted Oscillator by Lazy Bear. So we have a lot of positive stuff. Not sure why the squeeze indicator is kind of so negative, but well, it's got a mind of its own. It can do what it wants. You don't often have complete consensus on all of your indicators. So all indicators show back to Lambo mode except for the squeeze indicator here. Anyway, guys, with that said, the longer you stay above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart, the more chances alts have to explode. And we've been there 2 days. 12 hours is essential. 24 hours is even better. And then once again, 36 hours is even better. But we've been above 24 hours now plus. So definitely, this is giving alts the opportunity to take off big time. So I'm sure that they are. I don't really want to spend a lot of time doing alts because we have had some explosions, like Front, I think, exploded earlier. A couple others, I could chart them. But anyway, we'll look tomorrow at that. Let's just leave it at Bitcoin today. Bitcoin is doing well. It's setting up an incredible environment for alts to rock. We have had some alts spark off. It's all about, will Bitcoin, we're all kind of like waiting to see how Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin can keep the sideways momentum, this is a good looking chart. I like it. This 4-hour chart, which kind of got screwed up. I'm going to put my fib back there. I'll just put it back. There you go. This 4-hour chart definitely to me is very, very hopeful. I like that. If we can explode out of this 618 pocket, that would just be wonderful. I love it. We've given a lot back. Time to moon. And usually it would not surprise me if we may have, go hit our all-time highs again. Especially look at Ukraine and Russia buying Bitcoin to protect their sovereignty, their wealth sovereignty. Anyway, guys, and of course, well, there you go. Sorry, that's all I can say. For every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, especially explicitly, this globalist cries. And well, there you go. So thanks for being part of the peaceful revolution. It matters what you're doing, truly does matter. Being part of the peaceful revolution, every Satoshi you own and your belief in that is a hedge for humanity towards a sci-fi future that's beautiful. And we don't have this anymore, and we don't have these monsters anymore. We've got the Bitcoin truth seekers. So take care. I'll see you tomorrow.